everybody, my name is Catherine, and this is Ray, Estelle, Evan, and Tyler, and this is our Overlander Bart. Well, here we are in the kitchen, and one of my favorite part of this build is this pass-through, so we can access the cab to the habitat at any time. We have a 24-volt electric refrigerator. It's not quite enough for us to pack enough food for a full week of boondocking if we want to be out and about. And so we got a mini fridge that we put in our trailer, and between the two of them, we have plenty of space to be able to fit 7 to 10 days of food comfortably for us. And we have some storage for water under here. We have 65 gallons of water here on the truck with us. It's important when you live tiny space that you have everything organized and put away. So I got these baskets. So I don't have things on the countertop at all times. I have space. This is my workspace, and it's available when I want to make a meal. One of the things I really like is we were able to fit a 4-burner stove in this space. Cooking for a family of 5, I do cook a lot. And Ray made a nice little pull-out countertop here so I would have more access to my cooking station. The longest we've been so far with our 65 gallon is 8 days. We were very conservative. To extend our time out and about, we have an extra 40 gallons of water in the trailer. So I really like having all this light coming into our dinette area. This table we custom made and pour this crayon table because we have kids, crayons works well. This table folds down into a bed also. That gives us a little extra space for family and friends. Right underneath the dinette, we have 2 big pull-out drawers that have all our storage for pantry items.
Everybody wants to know about money. How much does it cost? What do we do? So the first question of money. How do we fund this, dear?
Well, in December of 2020, we decided to sell our house. And so that's what we did. We sold our house, and we are living off the proceeds of that.
And that's it at this point.
We're using up our savings, and we're not feeling too bad about it.
It's been a good investment in our family, for sure.
Yeah, we're investing in our family, and that's what's most important.
But then the other question was, how much did this cost to build? And I did some math last night laying here, and it came out to about $80,000. Now that's just materials, the truck, everything you see though on wheels here is about $80,000.
With the trailer too.
With the trailer,
everything.
Yep. And so I'm a builder by trade, and so I obviously had some skills to put into that, but anybody can be inspired to try it, and you don't have to do this exact same thing. You could do a bus or a school bus or a van or a Geo Metro if you want to. So the $80,000 we spent on this, as I penciled it out, probably a little bit higher today because of inflation, but you can do recycled materials. We did a lot of that, free materials, just things you can find around.
Yep. This is our living room / bedroom area. This couch turns into the bed for Ray and I. And then we have all kinds of baskets here for our storage. All the kids have each one for their toys and their school books, and some miscellaneous other things that we have stored up there. And this is my junk basket. Most people have a junk drawer. Well, I don't have a drawer enough, so I might have my junk basket. And we put some nice storage for books. This is Ray's side of the bed, so this is his little nook for his books, and I have mine set up there. All right, so this is our closet, and in there we just hang our coats and extra shirts that we want to hang up, and we have our storage for our little vacuum cleaner and some extra things that we don't know where else to put. These doors and all the drawers are made out of a snowboard cord from an old snowboarding company. And this is actually barn wood from about a 100-year-old barn. All right, so Ray made a door out of a full-length mirror and the barn wood on the outside. And we have a composting toilet, which seems to work fine for a family of 5. We have to keep at it, make sure it doesn't overfill, but it works just fine for us. And we put the bare minimum in the bathroom. We just wanted to get out on the road, so we waterproofed the whole inside of the bathroom and painted it. So we do have an option to have a shower. We have some shower hookups here if we needed to. We've never had to because we just use the outdoor shower. These are the bunks for our 2 youngest kids. Estelle sleeps up here and Evan is right here. To make sure that Evan was able to get in on his bed, Ray built this little step, and underneath we have shoe storage. And it does close in, but during the day we just have it so for him to be able to get in and out. All these drawers are storage, and they're really deep pull-out, full pull-out. And we have clothes, we have kitchen items in these drawers, and a dirty laundry drawer, because I did not want laundry everywhere. It just has to go and be put away. One of the main features of this build that was super important to me was to have a lot of light. So we went with all these 3 skylights on the roof and these big windows that lets in a lot of light. And we whitewash plywood, so it just reflects the light even more. So traveling with kids, it hasn't been so bad. Actually, we've all really enjoyed it. It's not pretty every day. It's not fun all the time, but what we're learning together and what we're doing is more important than these hard days. And so this is not a vacation. I think a lot of people think, oh, you're going on a vacation. No, it's real living. We have to do laundry and we have to get groceries and we have to clean and we have to do homeschool, and all these things are piled in, but they don't make this experience. The experience is made by how we react to it all and how we choose to be out and about and meet people and smile and be honest and be real. So yeah, it's not pretty every day, but we're still smiling.
And it's actually great to be with the kids. People don't have the opportunity to eat every meal pretty much with our family, laughing on the table, and I'm a pretty motivated person a lot of times, and so to be able to sit there and actually enjoy the meal and not feel like we have to go out and do something, it's wonderful just to see them practically laughing and rolling on the ground sometimes. Obviously there are tough moments, but it's wonderful to learn through those and be able to take the time to look at your family and see them as the most valuable asset in your life. And then from that to interact with them about how you relate to other people. People that we see, we meet, strange situations. There's a lot of strange situations out there in this world, and it's really neat to talk to the kids about it and just to have that education and go with that. So one of the most commonly asked questions is, how much did this tire cost? And that's actually a question that I asked somebody as well. It was only $325 brand new. It's military surplus, and there's a lot of availability out here for these tires. I can't buy one for my Dodge pickup that cheap. So this is a 1998 military surplus Stewart and Stevenson 1088. It weighs about 26,000 pounds as it sits right now. It has a CAT engine, not real big, it's all mechanical. It's a 1998. And one of my favorite features is a CTIS tire inflation system. When we hit rough roads, washboards, we can down that pressure, go through the sand, it's really smooth. One of the unique things about this military rig is a blackout. You can't have light disturbing or showing the enemy where you are. So you have all these safeties to turn your lights on. You have to have two hands or one hand to open it up. No key, so you can't lose it. You push the button and it starts. The one disadvantage is it goes 50 miles an hour, and that's pretty much top speed. Our cruising speed is 48 to 50. And down here, this is the push button to change the CTIS, the central tire inflation system. It's really simple. The light flashes. When it's done, you're up to pressure. And it's just like driving a school bus. It actually has an Allison transmission, so it's just automatic. You push the button and it goes. A lot of things we had to change before we could build this box, and one of them was to establish how we were going to attach our habitat, and we have a actual dump bed. This would dump up like a dump truck if I wanted to. We have a battery box up here with lithium-ion batteries, which is the original battery box. I just fit 6 batteries in there, 600 amp hours of battery. And then the most important feature of this whole habitat build was space for a family of 5, so we built 2 12-foot slide outs. So I used a roller system that I kind of came up with and part and parceled from Lippert components for these bearings, but everything else is original. This slide out right here weighs about 2,000 pounds with everything inside of it, which is as much as some people's campers or cars. And one of the things I thought about as I was building it was how nice it would be to have a hammock hanging underneath of it. All right, let's talk solar. So I have 2,600 watts of solar, and one thing about solar panels on this big rig is it's so tall, I didn't want to put them on the roof and scrape overpasses and trees and just rip it right off. So this actually folds down against the side of the truck, and those outside solar panels fold against it, so it's all protected. All right, we decided to do this full time. We needed a trailer to store things like toilet paper, paper towels, and garden hoses, and a shovel, and your lawn chairs, and all the miscellaneous things you just can't find a place inside your home for. So that's what we need a trailer for, and we also have a bunk for my son in there. But this trailer is unique because I built it 17 years ago, the frame, but I had to cut it apart and build an extendable tongue on it. So this is actually telescopic, so we had enough room to turn going down the road. And in that, we had to find a place for our spare tire because that was difficult. It weighs about 400 pounds. And then we have a box up here with storage for wood blocking just to even up our truck if we're on uneven surfaces. The actual top part of this trailer is an NPR box truck off a little delivery truck. It has a roll-up door. But underneath it works really good for storage space. We have our brooms and shovels and picks, and our stairs actually slide in here, as well as a pull-up bar up on the top for my son, a little spot for a bike rack. And just in here we store, like I said, extension cords and miscellaneous toilet paper and stuff for the Nature's Head toilet, peat moss, and just stuff you just can't have in your house that smells. Also underneath here I have a diesel tank and a water tank in the front for some auxiliary. We can go out for 14 days and have enough to last a while out there. All right, this is a diesel rig, and this is our puny little diesel tank. It's only about 55 gallons. 5 miles a gallon, we don't pass any gas stations. We also have an outdoor shower here, and this is where we fill our water. And with the diesel, for the hot water, you know when it's running because we have a little diesel heater here that also heats the cab and the engine and is plumbed right into the diesel tank.
So what inspired us to do this overlanding full-time? As a family, we love spending time together, and I love traveling, and we all really like traveling. And so for us, it was a no-brainer to move into this full-time lifestyle of being on the road. It took us a few tries to get to it, but once we came up with the idea of a military truck, we just were all into it. It took about 5 minutes for Ray to convince me to do this.
Yep.
And then from there, we just moved forward and we made a plan and we started building this truck.
My side of the story is my wife is probably the biggest inspiration for that. She loves to travel. It took her no time at all. Just talk her into traveling and she's in. But really, we actually bought this rig to just do weekend travels originally, and then we decided we like this, we're going to do it full time. It kind of changed how we approach everything and what we put in it, and we do a few things different just because of that. But about 5 minutes, and what's really exciting about this is it takes us out of our comfort zone, and that's probably the most valuable thing. Just with a family, never knowing where you're going to camp all the time, where you're going to get resources, but also just the building process and how to work through things. That was awesome to be out of our comfort zone. And you know, the nice thing is that meeting people on the road, you can inspire them to try it. A lot of people haven't tried it, they're afraid to try it, and it's a great experience. Get out of your comfort zone. That's what I would say. If it's building something, dig in. There's no mistakes, there's only learning opportunities.
Thank you for watching, and if you want to follow along on our adventures, you can find us on YouTube and on Instagram at 5 Tons of Discovery.
Get out of your comfort zone, question who defines truth in your life, and get out there.
And maybe we'll see you on the road.